All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to GSA's 70-Star League Season 3. My name is Commentator99, and I will be commentating this race for you guys and gals. So for this one, we have RockChalk versus Benji. Now, it's going to be a pretty good race. Both of these runners are extremely good at this game. RockChalk, I know, is very talented at 120 as well. Both of them last season making it to the end tournament. Benji actually taking out Cheese in that tournament. RockChalk, I'm not 100% sure how he placed in that, but I know it is a very daunting task to even make it to that tournament. So expecting a really good race from both of these runners, as we are just trying to get everything set up. I believe we are off. So this race, I believe, is pre-recorded. So I know sometimes we can get cams, sometimes we cannot. But as you can see, there is a bit of a cartridge difference. Benji going with the Japanese cart, RockChalk on the American one. And so Benji will actually save a couple seconds here in the intro. That runs just a bit faster on the Japanese cart, but will end up really losing time throughout the race due to text boxes. Essentially all text boxes. I think there's one or two other things, but RockChalk will actually have, I think, a 2-second advantage here just on cart alone. So Benji actually missing this Lakitu skip. RockChalk getting it, so is really just at about a 5-6 second disadvantage at the start. Not really how you want to start things off, but hopefully that's just first mistake out of the way. Don't have to get any more in this run. Perfect gameplay from here on out. RockChalk getting this bomb clip, getting medium bomb. Trying to get the star, grabs it. So had some nice jumps to not lose too much time on that medium bomb. Benji getting the big bomb, trying to gain back that time. So both are off. Over to Peach's slide. Any guesses in chat for their slide times? I will probably guess 12-7 for RockChalk, and 12-7 for Benji too. I'll go the double 12-7. I'm seeing 12-8, 12-9, 12-6, 12-7 all over the board. That's a 12-7 from RockChalk. And a 12-7 from Benji. The double 12-7 comes out. Very proud of myself. Commentator smiling outside and in. That is a rare sight to see. But regardless, that star is over. We'll see it one more time after we get every star in Womps. So both pretty much just at 3-4 second difference. About what that Lakitu skip lost in the beginning. So RockChalk going to be doing Canalus, getting the full setup. Benji opting to do the same, neither wanting to get risky setup. Oh, but RockChalk actually missed. I was looking at Benji's setup. Even after doing the full setup, was not able to get it. So that is extremely unfortunate on the side of RockChalk. Thought he was taking the safe strat, ended up playing himself for an extra couple seconds. But despite that, going to be putting it out of his head. Got to do it, and is going to give another shot. Going to be doing texture setup, trying to save those extra seconds back, and he misses again. This is not what you want to see. But getting up there quickly again. Is playing with his setup, gets it, third try. That is not what you want to see in Womps, but does happen. So Benji has a pretty good lead, was able to take it back and extend it a good bit from what he was down. Be taking care of his 100 coin, got past the tricky beginning, was able to make that cycle. RockChalk grabbing that Owlus. So Benji just in the final stretch here. And I believe he did the pro route as well. So we'll be saving a bit of time from RockChalk. So he's going to be doing the easier cycle, not opting to get that first line of 5. Ooh, having trouble jumping off of that moving platform. Oh, and for some reason that piranha plant doesn't die. Not wanting to cooperate with game mechanics. Benji just taking care of his wild blue. RockChalk finishing this up. Has just enough coins. A bit unfortunate on that piranha plant. Not exactly sure what happened there. But Benji is talking to the Big Womp. Big Womp says, "I'm going to crush you." Mario says, "No, you're not." And continues to not crush Mario and gets crushed himself. RockChalk about to do the same thing. Have the same conversation. But, ooh, bonking, trying to get up there. Was trying to do some fast movement, but clipping over the side. Could actually die here. Was able to back it up and not, die in Womps, which would be a horribly terrible, awful thing to have happen. Benji not having any of these struggles is grabbing the final star in Womps. Is done with the stage. RockChalk finishing that up. Gonna be running back in for 1 extra star as Benji is headed back to Peach's Slide. Now is the time to guess in chat. I'm going to give this one a 12-6. I think Benji will do this slightly better than last time. We will see. It is a 12-6. Commentator having unfair advantage. Script is in hand. So, very great slide time from Benji. I am 3 for 4 on those. I'm shooting for 4 for 4. RockChalk is heading into the slide right now. Benji's going to be doing his wing cap. But I'm focused on RockChalk. I believe he is going to get another 12-7. And we will see what his time is. And it is a 12-8. Missing it. I could not get 4 for 4. Commentator's dream shattered. Don't know if I can commentate the rest of this race. Nothing but disappointment is happening right now. But I'll push through because Benji is heading into Dark World, a very exciting stage here in 70. Pretty much have the opportunity to die or lose a significant amount of time. Anywhere, some tight movement involved. As you see right there, Benji trying to press that button underneath the fire. Just barely missing it, turning too soon. So can still make the cycle he's going for, but needs to move very fast. So, ooh, gets caught up a little bit. It's probably having to take 1 cycle down. Is just going to grab this cheese block coin first. No need to jump to the middle platform. So not the cleanest Dark World from Benji, but nothing crazy happened. Didn't grab a death, which in itself is a success when you're in a race in a no reset scenario. RockChalk, you know, kind of playing with it a bit there. Having to grab the ledge. We'll probably grab the same cycle as Benji here, so not able to make up that time Benji left. Ooh, getting zapped as well. Yep, I believe that is the same cycle. So some slip-ups from both runners here in Dark World. Both of them still on good pace though, despite everything that has happened. RockChalk not too far behind. Benji was jumping out right at 10 minutes. So we will see how far RockChalk is behind. I believe he's probably like 35 seconds at this point. Who gets the Bowser dance? Oh, it misses the grab. Game trying to give him a bit of an advantage. RockChalk not having any of it. Wants to play fair. So Benji grabbing his second star in BOB. Just triple jump flying up to that floating island. No big deal for Benji. So RockChalk is actually a little further behind than I was expecting. Is probably somewhere around 50 seconds. So Benji going to be heading into CCM. And I believe last race he did the CCM 17 route, which means he did not race the Penguin and he did the double pillarless over in Shifting Sandlands. So we'll see if he deviates from that at all. I know that was a pretty tough match against Cheese. So Benji having to take care of the other stars first. Wall kicks will work in this Lost Penguin. So RockChalk making his way into CCM as well. We will see what he will be doing. So RockChalk decided to go with that Lost Penguin first, which is technically recommended for no resets in races, because there is a small text box at the very beginning of the stage, and the Lost Penguin star is very safe. You really never see any mistakes or people die on it. The wall kicks will work, however, if you don't time that first wall kick just right, you just fall off the stage. And Benji falling off the stage right there, not falling all the way down, but definitely losing a lot of time. Is just going to take that warp all the way back up. So very unfortunate for Benji. Looked like he just got caught up on that fence a little bit and just ended up falling down that big hill. So actually it could have been worse. He did not slide very fast. Something about that hill doesn't allow you to. But definitely not something that he was going for. Leaving a good bit of room for RockChalk here. Benji having 99 coins. So both of them are going for the CCM 17 route. Neither are opting to race the Penguin. Both very confident in their pillarless consistency. We'll see how that plays out here in just a minute. Benji finishing up, looked like 13, 36, 37-ish, or I'm sorry, 46, 47-ish fade out. We'll see what RockChalk gets. So, I mean, RockChalk saved a lot of time from that mistake from Benji. He was like 50 seconds behind. Is going to be right at 30 seconds now. So a nice 20 seconds gained on the side of RockChalk. Benji in Big Boo's haunts already. RockChalk heading over there just now. So Benji, technically 1 star ahead. He did get that really quick star first. So not really a full star as far as time is concerned. Both of them getting that side flip. We'll see how this Boo fight really goes. As RockChalk gets that long jump through him, Benji deciding to punch. So RockChalk is looking to steam through BBH. Was pretty much perfect on that star. I personally can't point out anything that he had done wrong. But Benji still has that lead going into basement. So basement stars, at least as far as 70 is concerned, can be very annoying, especially here in SSL. This is probably the most daunting of the stages in basements. Especially that both runners have to do the double pillarless. So not getting that trick first try is very daunting, because since they have to do it twice, you only have 2 backups. So if they don't get it this first try, I mean, you just used up a backup and you still have to do it twice. But Benji, not having that issue at all, gets into the pyramid and is going to be taking care of his secrets. So Benji getting a little caught up there. Not a big deal. Was a pretty clean pillarless secrets for him. We'll see what RockChalk gets. Does do Tama Plus. And a very fast pyramid entry for RockChalk. Just going to grab this quick one real quick. Not going to do secrets first. Benji doing it Tama Plus as well. So a very strange camera angle there. Was able to get it. It's a little hard to see what was going on. So that is it for Benji. 2 out of 2 for him. RockChalk seems to be 2 out of 2 for him as well. Both runners knowing exactly what they're doing. There's a reason they run this route. So Benji getting the Talon Star. Can be a bit tricky at times, but the other 2 stars aren't that big of a deal compared to the Pillarless. Pillarless is just a pretty insane star by itself. So a very clean SSL from Benji, and it's looking to be a very clean SSL from RockChalk as well. Lead really doesn't seem to have changed much at all. So probably still around that 30-second mark. As Benji heads on over to Letha Lava Land. So opting to do these reds. Just get them out of the way. They're just sitting over here. Conveniently all in one place. There's a bit of a star grab sync there in 2 different levels. RockChalk will be joining Benji here. So not much can go wrong on this stage. The Volcano Stars, as Benji is about to do, is probably where most of the time loss can happen. And Benji not doing his lava boost first. A little interesting. You'll typically see that elevator star be saved as a backup just in case something goes wrong. Benji not wanting to do that is very confident. So RockChalk was taking care of his bully star. Is going to be doing the second one, while Benji needs that lava boost. And is running all the way over here to grab the free lava boost. Free for this level, not free for most people, including myself. But at the point that these runners are at, it is pretty free. RockChalk grabs his second bully. And we will see which star he does now. Most likely the volcano stars. We'll see if he opts to save those for last, which he is doing. So we will not see the harder stars from him. Wants to get everything else out of the way. So, a bit of a different strategy. Benji wanting to get those out of the way first. RockChalk just saving it to the end. Benji now has to deal with his bully stars. But missing the second long jump. Taking a bit of a burn. Has to do this really awkward long jump from standing. And does not get bopped into the lava. Actually would have taken the death if he would have got bopped by that big bully. He does not have much life to play with. And a little, had to pull back a bit on those long jumps, but making it work. He is not taking a death, he's just getting it done. So a little scary on the side of Benji, but is experienced in these situations. RockChalk grabbing that lava boost. I don't know which one he actually did, but definitely saving time over Benji. So Benji grabbing his last star. RockChalk needs one more just to grab this elevator star. Is a fairly quick one. So Benji is going to be making his way over to Dire Docks as well as Fire Sea. So before going into the Sea of Fire, swimming around a bit in a giant reservoir seems to be a good move. You know, getting hydrated, probably, still a little wet after the stage. Trying to bat off that heat from the Fire Sea. So a lot of questions going around as why the stage is even here. That's, in my humble opinion, that is why. So Benji taking care of his chest, no issues. RockChalk missing his second chest, was just a bit away from it, wasn't able to touch the side of it there, but turns around fairly quickly. And missing this chest again, or missing another chest rather. Swimming is not quite on point from RockChalk. His angles were slightly off, but finishing up the star. As long as you don't get sucked into that whirlpool there, you're pretty fine. The time loss is more annoying than anything. Nothing too massive. But Benji having a really nice DDD so far. Was a very nice sub star. Formed back sub quite nicely, reducing all the lag. Not having trouble jumping up to the fin. RockChalk looking to mirror that on his side, as Benji has to deal with these mana ray rings, these manta rings. So this is probably one of the most annoying stars in the whole game, actually, because if you miss the first couple of rings, the next rings that spawn are basically illusions. The hitboxes on those rings do not represent what is shown on screen at all, and can lose a pretty massive amount of time. But Benji getting the first couple of rings. Oh, and Benji taking a bit of a burn, is having to do some backup movement here. Is definitely not going to be making lava boost, and I doubt early Ellie's either. So RockChalk taking care of his mana rings as well. Benji trying to move fast. Ledge grabs is probably going to just end up waiting for the cycle, pretty much definitely. Will not be able to make it up there on fast cycle pace. As he tries to grab that coin. So RockChalk having a decent amount of time saved if he can make these early Ellies or lava boost. Is looking pretty good. Does not get the triple jump that he's looking for. A bit of an awkward wall kick for him. Early Ellies might still be possible. We'll see. It's going to be very close if it is. Benji just spawning that star. And it is not possible. So he is going to have to wait for these elevators as well. So not able to save that time. Pretty unfortunate on the side of RockChalk. As well as Benji, both of them making not the same mistake, but resulting in the same time loss. As Benji is trying to grab this Bowser's tail. A very quick throw. Only doing half of a spin in order to get that. We'll see if RockChalk is able to keep the pace. If you miss this Bowser throw, as we actually saw in the last race, it loses a pretty good amount of time. So just looking to hit it, which he does. So not trying to lose any more time. Benji heading into upstairs. Going to be doing Wet Dry World. Wet Dry World being probably the most RNG heavy stage in the game when it comes to these 100 coins. Almost every single coin you get comes from a box, which means they can scatter in any direction. As you can see there, actually having to miss a coin. Pretty good Skeeter RNG. That Skeeter there can be in some pretty awkward places. RockChalk is on the same star. So Benji is missing a coin, does need to get the rest of them if he doesn't want to get some backup coins. But it's looking pretty good so far. RockChalk missing a coin there, so needs to get the rest. So Benji, having all the coins that he needs, is not going to need to get any backups. RockChalk is also missing one single coin, as he just misses that one. Pretty good RNG though, not having to run too far to scoop that one up. So Benji, pretty good 100 coin overall. Really didn't see any major mistakes. Had some unfortunate RNG. But other than that, was not... did not lose any extra time from the RNG. So very nice triple jump from Benji. As RockChalk grabs his stars from 100 coins plus secrets. And good wall kicks from Benji as well. Now the star that Benji just completed can be a bit annoying at times, because that cage, once you're up that high, does have a bit of lag and can really mess up the timing from your wall kicks. So you can definitely see some time loss here. Oh, and that platform just bonking RockChalk right down. Does not want him to get these wall kicks, but RockChalk getting him anyway. Right, as Benji will be grabbing his last star. Triple jump from RockChalk is good. Just grabbing this top of the town star while Benji shocking arrow lifts. Which the only thing shocking about that star is the fact that there's a warp leading up to the star. A really massive oversight from the devs on that one. Wanting you to solve some kind of puzzle. I don't even know what it is. And meanwhile, deciding it's a great idea to add this warp. So RockChalk finishing up. Benji, oh, actually missed that secret on THI secrets. Had to go back for it. Finishes up the rest, does get that mountain clip, so pretty clean on the side of Benji, regardless of that secret that he missed. Didn't waste too much time. RockChalk missing his long jump onto that, like that grassy pillar. And missing the third secret as well, taking a dive instead of a kick. A really annoying way to miss it. And bonking, sliding backwards, looked a little dangerous there. THI secrets getting the better of both of these runners. Neither one of them having the cleanest run. Both, the game throwing whatever it can at you. They both were able to bounce back on those pretty well. Only losing minimum amount of time. So RockChalk going for this mountain clip, does get it. Oh, it does fall back into the water. Now what you want to see, probably doesn't end up saving time as opposed to Benji, who just ran around. Because that strat in itself barely saves time. And then if you just jump in the water, kind of like RockChalk does, you probably end up losing a tiny amount of time. But RockChalk bouncing on the Goomba is just trying to take swims. Did not get enough water in DDD, apparently. But Benji making his way into Tall Mountain. Looking to minimize all the mistakes to keep this lead. Very nice star on the side of Benji. Not having to do the second wall kick there. Just grabs the ledge. RockChalk talking to this Toad, really shaking him down for that star he's hiding. Toads have nothing to do with stars. They should not be keeping them from Mario. So Benji with two nice mountain clips. RockChalk having to do this mushroom star. Oh, and doesn't have a good angle, ends up dying. That is not the way you want to start off Tall Mountain. So really unfortunate for RockChalk, losing a good bit of time. Benji going for breezeless and doesn't get it. Probably knew that he wasn't going to get it, so he didn't even ground pound. But gets the backup. Doesn't really lose much time on that. It's fun to see runners go for that. So RockChalk has one mountain clip star done. Needs one more. Benji going to be taking care of these reds. Some pretty expert movement on the side of Benji. Inches away from peril, does not care, is jump diving, rolling outs, all of these crazy things right on those mushrooms, which are actually very slippery. You see a lot of runners actually die or slip off there. I shouldn't say a lot of runners. It is not uncommon to see somebody make a mistake there and die, or pretty much only die on those mushrooms. There's not much else you could do. That's very expert movement on the side of Benji. RockChalk as well, making that work. So he still needs this one mountain clip. He's struggling just a bit. Needs to get out of this stage. Benji is already gone. In Snowman's Land. Going to be grabbing this star on the top of the Snowman's head. Which I'm sure Bowser thought was a great place to hide a star. He was like, Mario will never reach all the way up here. He's a really short guy. Doesn't matter. Mario gets there anyway. In record fashion, actually. So RockChalk needing to, or at least Benji needing to leave some room for RockChalk to save time. RockChalk needs to play the rest of this game very cleanly. Still has one more star to do here in TTM. As Benji has a extremely clean Snowman's Land. Has one more star to do. Is a pretty easy star to get. The only real star in Snowman's Land is that Snowman's Head star. Everything else just loses some time. Nothing too major. Small hiccups here and there. But RockChalk, messing up the movement just slightly, is having to kick up the snowman. Does actually get up there. Very nice back from RockChalk. So as RockChalk is trying to take care of these stars, Benji is saying, see you later, I'm done with this. I'm going back to basement. A bunny is waiting for me. So Benji needing to shake down this bunny one more time. Was hiding a second star from us the first time. Bunny, realizing his mistake, just hands it right over to Mario. So has to do the same with this other toad. Mario really shaking down all the NPCs he talks to. But in his defense, he has to save the princess, and these NPCs are hiding precious stars from him. Quite a sight to see, actually. So Benji getting that triple jump box. Oh, but actually dies. That is something you don't see often from these runners. So essentially what happened is there is a death plane right above where he's jumping. And so when you're doing this triple box jump, you have to hold back just a little bit in order to avoid it. So Benji holding back. I think he just dove too soon and Mario's hitbox ended up hitting it. Very unlikely to see. But that death plane is not as easy to avoid as these runners make it seem. And so it's, for me at least, it is not uncommon for me to hit that while trying that trick. But a bit of time saved for RockChalk here in Hazy Maze Cave. So that actually, RockChalk was able to catch up a pretty good amount from that. Has to get this triple box jump, is having trouble, gets it, third try, didn't break the box, missing that the first couple of times, which is good. So gets that trick out of the way. Benji on his rolling rocks. Rocks moving right out of his way, not looking to interfere. So RockChalk is doing Christmas Miracle. As he gets it, no problem. So RockChalk will save a good bit of time here. He was definitely a lot further behind Benji, taking that unfortunate death. Probably lost him somewhere close to 20 seconds, if not more. Ooh, as RockChalk misses that wall kick. Just backs it right up. Benji making his way to Tippy. Making his way to Tippy. 41-12, it looked like. 41-11, maybe, touching that door. So, on a good pace. 48 might be dead. 49 definitely, or I'm sorry, 58 definitely still possible. So RockChalk making these boulders move right out of his way. So had a little trouble on my numbers there. 48 was what I was trying to say, and I second guessed myself. But Benji on this Lakitu bounce, can he get it? He does. Had a pretty late wall kick, but was able to grab it. Cannot grab this pole. Is having to pause buffer. Is still having trouble. Dives on the slope. What a pole grab meltdown on Benji's side. Just spazzing out on the bottom of that pole. Was not able to get it. So what you see when that happens is when Mario grabs the very bottom of a pole, you have to spam B. For whatever reason, you have to spam B. And if you spam B fast enough, Mario will end up grabbing the pole. But if you don't spam it fast enough, what happened to Benji will happen to you. So that is what you saw there. So pretty unfortunate on the side of Benji. Still has to get this Lakitu bounce. Can he get it? So that's the bounce. Can he grab the pole? And he gets it. Had great timing on that one. So he finishes that out. RockChalk on his tricky triangles. So RockChalk able to save time in these last couple of stages. Is really making a comeback here. I will have to time what exactly the difference is. RockChalk taking care of his reds. Benji, I believe that was his last star. So we will see what the time difference really is here. Oh, and RockChalk kicking just a little too far. Having to wall kick back up there. So still has one more to go. Benji probably has somewhere around a minute lead, maybe a little bit more. But on his 100 coins. So tick-tock clock, last stage of the game, not including the Bowser stage. But 100 coins here. If you mess something up at this point onward, it is extremely disheartening and you lose a ton of time. RockChalk would essentially be caught up if he were to make a big mistake and fall down. So needs to finish this out. Not missing any coins. Oh, as I say that, misses that last coin, has to jump down here for this extra coin box. Is just going to run back up. You can triple jump all the way back up, but it is very unsafe, and in a race you really don't want to risk it at the very end of a star. So Benji finishing that out. Bit of a hiccup there at the end, but that's not going to stop him. Very nice wall kicks from Benji. Alright, RockChalk looking to finish up his reds as well. He did, he did not miss any coins and was able to get all the coins in that last box. So we'll save a bit of time on the side of RockChalk. Benji getting that first triple jump onto, I guess the paddles. I'm not entirely sure what you would call those things. I typically just call them paddles. Maybe flippers. I hear flippers a pretty good amount. But it's just making it look easy. Getting that triple jump as well. So Benji, not fazed by those tiny mistakes in 100 coin, knows he needs to just clutch out to these last couple stars. Ooh, RockChalk sliding off that that moving piston. Had some good wall kicks. So Benji completing all of his triple jumps onto those flippers. So RockChalk needing to clutch out all of these. It is a decent time loss if you miss those triple jumps. So RockChalk looking to be in good shape though. Has 2 out of 3. Very experienced runner. And they are not really that hard of a trick. It's more muscle memory than anything. Benji trying to get the star. I believe still has one more after this. Has to do red coins. RockChalk not losing any more time. Is definitely in the realm of possibility that RockChalk comes back here. Is not entirely out. Benji finishing up these reds. RockChalk is essentially 1 star behind. Let's see how Benji does in bits. He just has to talk to this Toad, and he is on his way over there. RockChalk needing to grab these reds before talking to Toad. So the last shakedown on the side of Benji, unless you include Bowser, probably the biggest shakedown in the entire game. Benji just deciding to run up those stairs, not trying to dive. So it is very easy to lose time on those stairs by inoptimal rollouts. So just running a bit between jumps. A fairly common thing that you will see. Benji just did get bopped by whatever that thing is called, that amp tone. RockChalk making his way into bits. Pretty good stair movement on the side of RockChalk. This is a pretty close match. If Benji takes some kind of fall here, he is taking it very safe, not risking any falls at all. Oh, Goomba in his way, jumps all the way over to the other side, but is in the pipe, just has to fight Bowser. Now RockChalk, I mean, he's pretty far behind at some point. Benji would have had to have fallen there for RockChalk to make up the time. But RockChalk moving left side, pretty clean movements. Benji would have to miss a lot of these Bowser throws for RockChalk to come back. And RockChalk, oh, almost got bopped by that Goomba. Was able to run out of the way. But Benji getting that last Bowser throw. Very clean Bowser fight. As RockChalk has to complete his. A bit of a text box sync that you saw there. That ending text box versus beginning text box. And RockChalk misses his first Bowser throw. So losing some extra time versus Benji. So does get a 50-38 final time on the side of Benji. RockChalk playing for points. Doesn't need to lose any unnecessary time here as he gets his last throw. So looking to be within a minute of this race. So extremely good run from both of these runners. 51-23 on the side of RockChalk. So that is going to do it for this race. It was pre-recorded. There will be no interviews, unfortunately. But Benji with a good time, a mid-50, 50-38. RockChalk with a 51-23. So congratulations to Benji. GG to both runners. Was an exciting race. RockChalk not quite able to catch up. But stay tuned for more Super Mario action. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.